pirate respects no private property.
That's right, already.
Cousin Brian.
For which purpose you must bring me certifiable proof of plundering and pillaging. Thirdly, any pirate with self-respect has to know about the great masters of piracy. So I'll be giving you a little quiz on the history of classical ruffianism.
Okay.
And by the way, the pirate test is not stuff that you wouldn't be able to know. It's literally multiple choice on people that don't exist.
Do you consider to be of extreme cruelty?
Well,
Of course.
those involve causing violent damage to someone, dicing them and impounding their skull. The usual. But in your case, since we can't be losing any members of the crew right now, or our prisoner, Fifi Foxhound, you'll have to come up with something else.
So an act of extreme cruelty. That one is actually probably the most clever puzzle of the three.
You've already done it.
No, I think we had to show it.
The famous crew of
I
the
see.
ill-fated Captain Flint.
Long John Silver.
I knew you'd get that right. Let's continue. Question 2. What was the original trade of Captain Blood, which was most convenient for someone wanting to become a bloodthirsty pirate?
Doctor.
Well done, boy. Let's move on to the next. Question 3. How did Captain
Again,
Swallow escape
this
from the island where
quiz would
Captain
make complete
Barbossa
sense if at some
abandoned
point
for
in
the
the
first
original
time?
game, before this fever dream, they would have been able to read about pirate history, but we never did. So this is literally guesswork.
Indeed. And to think,
No, these are all movie references.
I know the movie reference, but it's still, if you don't know them, they're guesswork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a game design sense.
You must answer one final query. By means of what ingenious combination of trips did the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove reach the Caribbean Express port of call on Chickpea Island?
What?
I know it's a silly question, so I'll give you some background information. At the beginning of their careers, peg-legged pirates
shut
and
up.
goblins,
Yeah.
Diego El Cojuelo...
Oh no, it's this, you know the horse puzzle, the Broken Sword 3, it's literally this. They've stolen that puzzle as well.
So they set sail on the Caribbean Express, headed for Chickpea Island, where they found treasure map H94856 in Lentil Cove. Like good pirates, they were mischievous rogues who fought over the map for days, until exhaustion led them to tear the map in 4 and cooperate with each other. The last Caribbean Express was to pass through Chickpea Island 8 days later. Because it was early in the morning,
Right.
they had
8.5 days.
to get
So
back to
it's
the
doing
port.
this puzzle. How do you get all of them
Was
to
that
that
during
place?
the ruffian-esque brawl, they'd lost 3 of their 4 wooden legs. They decided they'd return to the port in pairs, with one pirate wearing the sole remaining peg leg.
Again, this is where the overriding kills you, because
Afterward,
this
one of the
is
two
a
would
this is a
return to
puzzle,
Lentil Cove
but it's taking
using the wooden
40,000
leg,
minutes, 6
then
minutes.
forming a new pair to return to the port. And so
If you're going to do
until
this,
all
put it
4
on a
could
sheet
reach
in
the
Yes.
front of the player.
of arrival.
Yeah, look, have it as a map.
Yeah, have them handed to you.
Because
Yes.
some were faster than others.
But this is all through
Goblin
text.
Stuck a pebble into his boot because the pain in his
Oh
soul
my
would
God.
increase his speed, and therefore, though he weighed more than a sperm whale, he was able to reach the.
Right, so one guy can do it in 1.5.
Diego El Cojuelo was used to running, and even though this time he was wearing garments and there was no cuckold in hot pursuit of it,
Alright.
he could still reach the port in one day.
Right, so he's the quickest.
John David Leclope bragged he was the lightest of the lot, but he'd ingested some stomach-wrenching berries that forced him to lower his breeches every 15 steps. Wherefore, he would take 2
I've-
and 1
I've
half
already
days to make
zoned
the
out of
same
this.
Right?
trip.
Like, is this not the shittest fucking game ever?
World record holder in poultry chasing, but it took him no less than 5 days to walk the distance.
Right,
to
so
the port.
that's basically how it works. How do you get all 5 of them over?
He'd snacked on 5 of the 5 toes on his remaining foot. I'll sum up the situation for you.
Just
Every
do that
island
initially.
Took half a day to reach the port. Diego El Cojuelo took 1 day. Jean David Leclope 2.5, and Joao de Pasaromo 5. They only had 1 wooden leg, and the Caribbean Express was going to call it port 8.5 days later. And every pair would take at least the time needed by the slower of the 2 to get to the port. In that case, which 2 pirates were the first to go to the port of call?
Right, so it does help you out a little bit by saying, like, right, it tells you to go step by step, and it's just a permutation.
And therefore it took them 1 day. Now tell me, which of them returned to Lentil Cove with the wooden leg?
Henry Watlands.
All told, that makes a total of 1.5 days. You'll get your waistcoat in a wad. You're not doing bad. Which was the second pair to walk to the port?
This is so shit.
Joao de Pasaromo and Jean-David Leclerc.
All told, that makes a total of 6.5 days. Now, tell me, which of the 3 pirates at the port returned to Lentil Cove with a wooden leg?
Diego El Cojuelo.
All told, that makes a total of 7.5 days. Since at that time, the ones left at Lentil Cove were Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo.
You automatically win.
To reach the Caribbean Express port. They managed to get there in time, save their lives, put the map back together, find the treasure, and go down in ruffian history as the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove.
Right.
Congratulations to you, mate. You've passed the test on history of classical...
What's worse is that, like, don't get me wrong, but the horse puzzle in Broken Sword 3 is brilliant. It's a brilliant puzzle, well explained. But they've just taken that puzzle and made it so much fucking worse by just doing it through text. Not only did he plagiarise everything they do, but they somehow make it worse.
The overriding. They could have just said that he gets there in 1 day, he gets there in half a day, he gets there in a day and a half.
We didn't care about the story. No one gave a shit about the build to this.
I'm a renowned expert on the topic. You know, I recently gave a conference at the Symposium for
No one cares.
Medieval Arts at Tortuga University.
Look at the fucking wall of text.
I think I know enough about the beacon now, Husky Hound.
Do my tales horrify you?
I question the wisdom of anyone writing this game who would like to think at the end of this game someone wants to hear all about this beacon.
They're paid by the word.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Take a look at this, Husky Hound.
But you have to be on some serious crack to think that people will want to know about this in Act 3. You set all this up in Act 1 in every game you do.
Congratulations, you passed the test.
We are like 8 hours into this 9-hour game.
Yeah.
And the last hour of it has been this weird dream sequence that makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all, yeah.
I thought there was a sense of urgency with the aliens.
No, apparently not. And that's what I'm saying. This is what I hate about this game. Because they've taken such like grand departures in every act, they have to explain themselves every single time, which slows the pace of the game completely. This is why you don't do this. You stick to one story and go for it. There, rubber chicken on a pole, another reference.
Batteries.
Of
course.
Trentorian spaceship. By Jove, it's a wedge of cheese.
Again.
A pine-scented nautical air freshener. A watch for... Nothing interesting here.
Yeah, joke. That was a joke, people.
That was funny. Did you get it, Adam? Did you see how funny it was?
It was a joke.
No, it was funny.
I'd better not. The water might wake him. Oh, I have heard rumors about strange reactions when you mix water with certain products. That might come in handy.
You mean soap?
Yes. I had to try and wash the lemur first, and then rummage around into the cabinet again to find soap. Because this game does not trust you to know what you're doing.
Here it is. Maybe the time has come for that bar of soap to help me demonstrate the truth of certain unproven legends in the world of chemistry.
Chemistry.
Alchemy.
I was genuinely struggling to this level, man.
Oh no!
I was so just livid. Like, you know when you're playing a game and you're just stewing, waiting for it to finish. That's what this was.
Malignant substance known as soap to common everyday water. Let us now authenticate its verisimilitude.
Verisimilitude. It's a good word.
It is a good word, but completely pointless.
Wonders. Yuck! Some bubbly pox reminiscent of baby drool has appeared in the water.
I don't really like the cliche that all pirates are filthy. I don't know what you think about that.
Soapified water. Soapy water? Something like that.
I don't think about it.
No.
Yes. Could everything I've heard about soapy water and its effects on filth be true? I'm not a man of science and philosophy.
The dog is already so annoyed. The dog is left now.
Keep quiet, you little snapper, from off the deck with you.
You're trying to drown a monkey.
You would have used soapy water to swap the deck.
The filth simply melted from his shaggy coat like witchcraft. Even though
And now he looks like he's in the chocolate orange.
no threat to me anymore. Everyone
Clockwork
knows
Orange.
a pirate loses strength.
Sorry, I
if he
just
loses
got chocolate
his
on the mind.
belt. It's like scalping the dreadlocks
Right.
off a Barbary pirate.
I get you.
Not funny. Carry on.
Samson reference.
I feel like we should just no sell all the jokes in this game now. So can't.
Look here, Husky Hound.
This your act of violence?
Yes. We cleaned.
Say to me, what have you done to him? His coat is practically shining. The poor devil, demon dog.
Like at least that is the closest to a Monkey Island joke. Like you can expect this as, oh my god, you cleaned someone. How disgusting.
Are you
Yeah.
that ruthless? That cruel? I thought
Give
you
me the
were
fucking grog.
horrible. Congratulations. You've committed an act of extreme cruelty with cum laude honors. Hats off to you, matey.
I bet they don't even know what that means.
Presto! Now I've passed all 3 tests required to become a pirate of low moral standing.
Which means then we have to go back into dialogue to get the certificate.
And by me faith, you passed with flying colours. As soon as you bring me the certificate, we'll make this official.
Yes, now we have to find where the certificate is. If only there was a cabinet that had all these forms written in them.
What's in the box? The box!
What's in the box?
Don't you dare close it!
Oh wait, it gets better.
Certificates of... I'll take one of these. A certificate for pirates of low moral standing.
Okay.
Written in Spanish, no less. Just so you know where this game is set, folks.
New York.
Miami.
Douglasville.
Yes,
There
the
you have it.
beautiful lakes of Douglasville.
Let's see. Aye.
Again, this level also would have been interesting if it was on a time level, but it's not. You could literally take your time with this.
Yeah, if you had to get it done in like 30 seconds before you drowned,
Yes.
I could accept that.
H.
Oh man, this might take a while. How may I ask have you been, Husky Hound?
O. U.
Don't
G.
distract him.
H.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Where have I heard that little ditty?
Well, here you go. Your certificate
Chewing
properly
gum.
filled in,
Yeah,
great.
spitted and sealed. Good day, sir.
That's quite a work of art indeed.
Hand it back to him now. Get your grog.
Yes.
And he couldn't have just given you the fucking grog.
No, you have to actually now. There you go.
Now you'll fill it for me, right?
Of course I remember spitting the certificate.
It was
for you.
10 seconds ago. And the triumphant music kicks in because you're getting booze.
And your ration of grog.
But don't be asking for more.
Could have been a cup.
Tatara.
I'll
Yes.
get by with this. Thanks. Besides, me doctor's forbidden me from drinking alcohol.
Shut your mouth, or you'll make this pirate cry.
Hilarious.
Haha.
Even watching this back, this is fucking hard work. I know we're doing this. I know, like, peeking behind the curtain here, lads. Like, we're doing this like early, in a sense. Like, we're not perhaps not in the banterous mood we normally are in, but like, fuck, it's so hard to find any humor in any of this.
I'm in a banterful mood. It's just, you can't ban this.
No.
I do like the statue of Ozymandias, though.
Yeah.
This thing here.
Though we actually had to come back in here twice.
To collect everything else. Now we've got our certificate to pillage.
Well, okay.
This. Over there.
Do you see what the joke is here, Adam?
Oh yeah, it's that they haven't rendered it in again.
No, they're stealing everything.
Well,
Ah.
I would have felt just terrible if I'd left anything behind.
And then you're going to
You
take that
may
oil lamp.
inquire, how did I fit everything into me pocket? It's simple. The 3D object modeling department found it appropriate to issue me a voucher, so as to
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
I thought it was just making a joke about pockets.
I guess I skipped over it when I took the rest of the treasure.
Magic lamp. You're going to rub it? Genie?
If
If I think it's a funnel.
maybe I can see what it is.
Ah, so it is.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought it was an oil lamp.
Yeah.
The flame on top.
Treasure.
That's
Like-
how bad the rendering is in this.
That's it. Like literally, I thought it was like the joke is obviously you have to clean out the fucking treasure haul, but it's also they get the funnel. So they get the joke and then like, haha, fine.
None other than Baron von Kordsmeyer. May his soul rest
Rest in Lucifer's bosom.
So these are all the characters that we couldn't fit into this level.
Lost it. It's Andrea Spider.
Aha.
By Jove, it's the horrific Smoky
There's
Art
Rutger.
Brandenburg.
Why is he not a dog?
I don't know. Oh no, these are just different.
What's the Nakayama Road?
These are just literally like other miscellaneous pirates.
Right.
Now, this was a pirate. The one and only Alpha Khan.
The Trantorian.
Yep. It's fine.
No way. It's
And then the
Lula
3 drag
of
queens
Sea,
from the first game.
Mario Landlubber, and Carlotta Scurvy, co-captains of the Dragon Queen.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
You say hanging in there, yeah?
Yeah, the Dragon Queen. That
Dragon Queens, yeah.
Perfect sense.
I just need a...
He just needed a minute.
It's like...
Oh no, he's coming too. He certainly is a bad sleep.
I love that there was no puzzle there. We just kicked the shit out of him for a couple of seconds.
Surprisingly straightforward. If the rest of the game had been that.
That's so fantastic. Oh wow, there was actually one solution to that answer. And that was it. Oh, I fucking love it.
Lapdog thinks it's magic, and it'll end up filling with
Do you remember,
on its own.
What was that game that Yahtzee played on his channel, Dreamweb?
Mm.
Remember that one, the one with the top-down view? Where literally the lads had like such a brilliant premise initially, and then just got sick of their own game, so the solution to most of the puzzles in the second half is shoot it with your gun.
It's just the best solution.
It is though. Like once you have the gun, you do win. It's just like, oh.
So you're going to refill it using the tongue and the
Want
funnel.
to give
Yes.
this grog to a foe, but it may give me a couple of sunflower seeds. Yes, I'll scamper
All
up
this
the
for
window
a safe that could be
place the
cracked
funnel
by
into the
simply
portal.
brute
Bluffing your way
forcing
through, yeah.
Grog in a snap.
Now granted, I'd say they like normally if they're smart, they'd have like a countermeasure to that where like it won't crack open unless you had like something else to open it.
Hmm.
So like a puzzle, like again, like something like an item like the funnel. You know, like if you had to somehow like weight it or whatever the fuck. But again, I honestly don't think they thought that far about this game.
By Jove,
I don't think they thought about this game at all.
No.